Yo, I heard you wanted to learn how to do some high ground retakes? Well, lucky for you, you came to the right place because in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 6 easy high ground retakes. And on top of that, I'm going to be showing you more advanced versions of every single one of those retakes. So if the first one's too simple for you, don't worry because there's going to be a more advanced one right around the corner. But yeah, if I'm going to be showing you guys how to do high ground retakes, I should probably be pretty good at free building myself, right? So let me just show you that I know what I'm talking about. First high ground retake that I'm going to show you how to do. Alright guys, so here's the first high ground retake that I'm going to show you how to do. Alright, this retake's super simple to do, so let me show you how to do it. So you're going to start by placing a cone first, and then you edit your cone like this, and you place a wall to catch it. And this is because if you didn't place that wall, this cone would just break, of course. So you place your cone, and then you place your wall immediately to catch it. Then you place your cone over here, and then a cone over here as well. Then from here, you just jump over, place a wall, and then you land on a ramp. And then from here, what you could do is you could do a side jump like this and land on a ramp. And if you can't land on that ramp yet, what you could do is just land on a floor like this, and then drag your ramps up like this, and then you can keep going with your retake. Or one other thing that you can do from here is edit your cone and then place a floor below you to catch it like this. Or you want your cone like this, and then from here you can just go out this way, and then like you can do some 90s or anything really from there. So if all of those versions are too easy for you, you can try this version here. So I'm going to do it in full speed first, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. It's just like that. So the way you do this retake here is you start the exact same way. So you start with a cone, edit, place a wall, cone on top, and then a cone over here. But then from here, you don't just jump over on a floor ramp. What you do instead is you drag your walls around, and then you land on a ramp. So it's going to look like this. So walls, ramp. And the key thing here is to make sure you get both of these high walls up here. This is because if someone was over here, they'd have absolutely no angle on you because you're completely protected. But with the first version of the retake, this isn't the case because this wall is not placed at all. So someone above you could get an easy shot on you. So yeah, after you drag your walls around like this, you can just edit your cone up and then edit through this wall and then keep going. Obviously that version is much more advanced than all the other ones that I showed you, but it's also a lot better and more protective. All right guys, here's the next high ground retake that I'm going to show you. This one isn't really a retake, but you definitely need to learn this. I call this move a one-sided tunnel, and here's how to do it. So if you're ramping up just like this is what you're going to do. You're going to stand on top of the ramp just like this and then drag your walls around. So you get all 3 of these walls. And then from here, you place a ramp over yourself. And then you can just edit through and you can keep doing this actually. So just walls, ramp, edit through. And this retake is super useful, and I'll show you why in the future retakes. Also with this retake, you can do it on either side. So you can do it this way and you can do it this way. So if somebody's right above you, right up there, you can hit them with this retake here and they won't be able to see you. So although this one-sided tunnel isn't really a high ground retake, it's super protective and everyone should know how to do this. Here's the third high ground retake that I'm going to show you guys, and you're about to see why I just taught you how to do that one-sided tunnel. It's because the one-sided tunnel is actually a part of this retake, so let me show you. So I'm going to do the retake in full speed first, and then I'll show you how to do it. Okay, for this retake, you're actually going to start with a one-sided tunnel. So you drag your walls around like this, and then you place a ramp over yourself. You'll come to notice that a lot of the retakes that you do will actually start with a one-sided tunnel just like this. So after you do your one-sided tunnel, you're going to place a cone on top, and then you're going to place a ramp over here. So you're going to look up at like a 45-degree angle and place a ramp, floor, and then a ramp. And then you jump over. Then you can edit through your floor, and you can keep dragging your ramps just like this, so now you're protected above you as well. So if someone was above you, you'll have this extra ramp above you to protect you. But just like the first high ground retake that I showed you, there's many more advanced versions of this, so let me get into that. Every time you do this retake, you're going to start with a one-sided tunnel though. So you start with a one-sided tunnel and then you do a ramp, floor, ramp, just like that. That's how you're going to start every single time. But now to make it more advanced, what you can do is edit this floor and then drag your walls like this. Because notice how this wall used to be open, but now we blocked it off. So someone standing over here won't have a shot on you anymore. And that's why this retake's so good, because now this is blocked off. That's one of the ways to make this move more advanced, but here's another one. So you can start with the one-sided tunnel, cone on top, ramp, floor, ramp. And then from here, you can edit this, place a wall here, and then a wall over here, and then reset your floor and go out this way. This is a great way to confuse your opponent, because if you're in here, they're not going to expect you to go to the right. They're going to expect you to go up this way. So going out to the right will completely confuse them. So then you come out here and do some more 90s. And then they might be looking over here and you will have height on them in no time. Another thing you guys can do with this retake is after you do this part, the one-sided tunnel, ramp, floor, ramp, you can drag your walls like this and then place a cone on top. So you place a cone above that ramp up there, right up there. And then you can flip this ramp. You can jump on it and flip it. And then once again, drag your walls like this, get those 2 high walls and edit through. This one is super advanced, but let me show you in full speed just in case you do want to learn how to do it. Obviously, this version of the retake is super hard to do, and I don't expect any of you guys to do this one. Actually, there's one more advanced version of this retake that I use all the time, so I'm going to do it in full speed first, and then I'll show you how to do it. This one can really outplay your opponent, so watch this. So as you guys can see, this is another version of this retake that is just not predictable at all. Like if someone's above you, nobody's going to expect for you to do this move here. So what you do is you start the exact same way. You do a one-sided tunnel, ramp, cone on top. Then you look to the side, ramp, floor, ramp, and then you edit through. And then this right here, you drag your walls this way. So you go this wall to this wall to this wall to this wall. And then instead of going anywhere up here, you go out this wall. So you edit this wall up here and you place a wall ramp and then a wall ramp here. And then you edit through your wall and then you can do 90s here. This one is so not predictable and it's super fast too. It's also pretty flashy and smooth. But let's move on to the fourth retake that I'm going to show you guys. This next retake that I'm going to show you is actually pretty flashy and I feel like a bunch of you guys will like this one. So here's what this retake looks like. And for this retake, you can start it two ways. So the first way you can start it is with this one-sided tunnel, just like this. Or you can start it like the first retake I showed you, like this, with a cone and then a wall. So after you place your cone, edit it, and you place your wall, you're going to place a cone on top of that. Instead of placing cones, like over here, you can place a ramp here, and then a ramp here as well. And then you jump over and place a floor ramp. And then from here, you can do the last retake that I just showed you. So wall here, cone on top, ramp, floor ramp, out like this. And then you can just do some 90s. But if you want to do it with the one-sided tunnel, you're going to do it like this. So you can do your one-sided tunnel, ramp over yourself, and then a cone over yourself. And then it's the same thing from here. You just place a ramp here, jump over, and place a floor ramp. And if you want to, you can just like drag your walls over like this and land on a ramp and then do some 90s. So I do use this retake a lot, but I use a super advanced version of it. So let me show you what that looks like first. And don't say I didn't warn you guys because this one is super difficult, but I'll still show you how to do it nonetheless. So yeah, this one's super flashy, but it's also super difficult. But here's how you do it. So you start with a double edit just like this. And you want to make sure you only edit this front tile of your cone because if you edit both of them, you'll be wide open from a shot from back here. So when I make a double edit, I only edit the front two tiles of my floor and then just the front tile of my cone. And then from here, you place a cone on top. And then you place your ramps out like this. And then here's when it gets tricky. So I'm going to put this in slow motion. But what you're going to do is you're going to drag your cones right there. And then you place a floor ramp right here. So here's what it looks like. So you get both of those cones and then you land on a floor ramp here. And then from here, what I like to do is I like to edit out right through here and then do one-sided tunnel. But yeah, that's the only advanced version of this retake that I'm going to show you. So let's move on to the next one. So this next retake that I'm going to show you is pretty similar to the first one, but this one here can get much more advanced. So here's what the simple version of this retake looks like. Well, that's pretty much it for the simple version. So all you do is just like with the first one, you edit your cone and catch it with a wall. Then you place a cone here and then a cone over here. And then instead of just jumping over here, you add one extra cone far over here. And then you jump on a wall ramp. But like I said, this retake does get much more advanced. So let's get into the more advanced versions. So to start off, let me show you why this retake isn't that good in the simple form. So when you do it like this side is wide open to you. So that means that someone that's over here above you could get an easy shot on you. And you don't want that. You want to be a protected builder. And there's two really easy ways to make this retake much more protective. So let's get into those. The first way to make this retake more protective is when you jump over like this, what you can do is add one extra cone over there, just like that. So now the person who is above you can't see you anymore because you're blocked off from them. But if that cone wasn't there, they would have an angle on you, you see? So when you do place that cone here, you completely block this person off from your angle. Another way to completely block this person off would be to drag your walls. What I mean by that is when you place your cone here, to jump over like this and drag your walls like that. So you grab this wall and then that wall and then you land on a ramp. So now of course this person can't see you because it's blocked off. And then from here you can do a side jump over here and then just crank 90s, or there's many things you can do, but you can do whatever you want from there. Also, what you can do from here is afterwards just drag your wall ramp over like this and then go here and do that, and then you can just do more 90s right there. So yeah, both of those versions are very good to make this retake more protective, but I actually like to combine them. When you combine them, this is what it'll look like. And now you have this wall for protection. And also on top of that, you have this cone here. So there's no way that anyone on this side of you could see you. So after this, I would like to get my high walls to make this super advanced and then do a side jump. So yeah, the most advanced version of this retake here would be combining the cones and the wall drag to make this retake super protective. Personally, I use this retake all the time and I do love it. So if you're skilled enough to learn this, definitely give it a shot. So with that retake out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I absolutely love this next retake. So let me show you what it looks like. Obviously, I'm going to be showing you guys the simple version of this retake first, but I absolutely love the more advanced versions. So yeah, let me show you what the simple version looks like. This move here is what I like to call a cone flip. So to do this one, you're going to start with a cone above you, of course, and then you edit your cone, you place a wall to catch it. And then you place a cone above you, and this is when it gets difficult. So you're going to edit your cone, jump, reset it at the same time. So you jump, reset it, and you edit those two. And then you're going to phase on top of the cone. And then from here, you can edit this cone here so it breaks, and then you can do some 90s. This right here is a great drill to practice because you can do so much with this retake here. You're about to see what I mean because this retake gets so much more advanced, so let me show you what I mean. Here's what the next more advanced version looks like. So with this version here, you're gonna do the exact same start. You're gonna place a cone, wall here, cone on top, and then you jump and flip those. This time you drag your walls around. So now you have 2 high walls up there, and then from here you can edit out of your cone and then edit through this wall and keep going with your retake. As you can see, this version of the retake is much more protective than the other one because you're blocked off from here and here. Once you edit out of this wall, you can protect that side even more. But yeah, this version here isn't even as advanced as it gets. So let's get into the next more advanced version. So yeah, that one right there might look a little scary to you, so don't worry. But nonetheless, I'm still going to show you how to do it just for fun. Maybe a few of you are able to do this here, but yeah, let's get into how to do it. So for this version, you start with a double edit instead of just a singular cone. So then you place a wall here and then a cone above you still. So that's still the same, but the only different part here is you make a double edit instead of just the cone. And then from here, you do the same thing. So you jump and reset it, so now you're on top of the cone. And then when you're here, you're going to edit your floor and drag your walls before you edit your cone. So then now when you edit your cone, you're protected, and you go ahead and edit through your wall. The last part I showed you is just an advanced version of a triple edit. So you just edit your floor and then drag your walls, edit your cone, and then edit your wall. This is a great drill to practice on your own. This is like a little bonus. It's just like this. I'll put it in slow motion real quick. When I'm build fighting, I'll use that last part, just this, all the time. I absolutely love doing this. So just a little bonus, but if you can triple edit, I would definitely recommend learning this version of a triple edit. But yeah, back to the retake that I was showing you originally, you can actually do that one over and over again. So just like the simple one, you start with the cone, edit it, and place a wall to catch it. Then you place a cone on top, and you flip your cone just like this. So now you're on top of it. You can just keep doing this actually. So now you're back in the first situation. You just edit your cone, place a wall, cone on top, and edit your cone like that. And you can literally just do this over and over again. I mean, it may not be that useful, but it's something good to know that you can just keep doing this. But yeah, if you really want to trick your opponent, you can do something like this. So this version is another way to not be predictable. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a double edit, wall here, cone on top, and then you flip your ramp like this, or you flip your cone like that. And then your enemy's probably going to think you're going to go up and out of here. But instead what you do is you just reset your cone and you go out this way here. So I know this one's super hard to do. So again, don't be discouraged if you can't do it. But if you can do it, definitely give it a try in your next build fight. But of course, if the more advanced versions look difficult to you, just start by learning the easy versions and then working your way up. I hope you guys found at least one thing useful in today's video. And if you did, consider dropping a sub because I will definitely be dropping more videos just like this. Also, 80% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed, so make sure you head down there and check if you're one of them. And if you would like to support me a little bit more, consider using code Vizeloo in the Fortnite item shop because it's by far the best way to support me and it's free. So I really do appreciate every single one of you guys who use my code. Also, if you enjoyed this video here, you'll definitely enjoy the one that I'm putting on the screen right now, I promise. But yeah, boys, with all that said, I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.